What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually dive similar connections despite our differences. And thank you for tuning into my channel. If you are watching this on A Connection TV or Wes the Critic, I love you all the same. If it's your first time finding me, definitely follow me on my Instagram and Twitter, A Connection TV and Wes the Critic. Now, I want to talk about a dope show that I discovered on Netflix. And I'm saying that it's a dope show because it's a dope show. I have been on pause waiting to watch Alice in Borderland 2. I told y'all to watch Alice in Borderland Season 1, but Alice in Borderland Season 2 is out. And I'm waiting on my movie buddy to watch, you know, Season 2 with. So I'm watching Two Little Babies. If y'all follow me on my Instagram, y'all see, my Instagram or Twitter, y'all see my baby, well, my nephews. Two little dogs. And they want to be next to me, but I have to get some work done. So every time they come to the office, I'm like, and they go back to where they know they're supposed to go in the room. I know they want to be next to me, but I got to get some stuff done. I told y'all to watch Alice in Borderland Season 1, and I'm waiting on my movie buddy to watch Season 2. So in the mix of my waiting period, because I'm a nice guy, I've been trying to find stuff to watch. And Half Bad has been on Netflix for a minute, because I would always see the flyer or the poster for it, and you know, Netflix would tell me, hey, this is a 92 or 93% match for you to watch. And I'm like, the poster just looks corny and I'm not interested. So I never bothered to watch it. 2 days ago, I just said, you know what, let's watch it. So I turn it on. And I don't know why I kept watching. Maybe because I was really bored and I had nothing else to watch, or I was just like, let me just settle for it and watch it. But I got through the first episode really curious about how this show was gonna go. The main protagonist is black, and the main protagonist is going to be, or is considered, an outcast, and he has to survive and figure out a way to maneuver through the world. I'm like, all right, this normal life for black people. But I like the twist on the fact that he is potentially going to be this powerful witch. And so I'm like, I like this storyline. The actors are really doing a good job. I like the way the powers are being used, because it was one scene in the very beginning of the episode where the chick froze the door and like busted the door down. And there was like these flakes of like bloodlets like floating through the air like red snowflakes. Like the special effects was really getting me. And I was like, okay, they spent some money on the special effects here. All right, let's watch this. So I got through it. So the actors on this particular show are the ones that I want to highlight are, let me see if they have them all in here, because I don't think they probably do. They normally don't. So the main protagonist who played Nathan, his name is Jay Lycurgo, if I'm pronouncing that right. He was an interesting cast. He was interesting. And at the same time, you know, I had to put myself in the space of like, okay, he wasn't just booked or casted because he's a light-skinned black dude. I mean, you know, that's how it really works in Hollywood. But he was casted because he's believable. I'm liking his energy. I'm liking the way that he's showcasing, you know, the dynamic of the character. Mind you, they made it so that the parents were an interracial couple, so that's why he had to be light-skinned. Okay, great, fine. And the father is dark, and the mother was white. Okay, all right. So, you know, as a black man, there's certain things I gotta digest when I watch certain content, and that's just what I have to digest when I watch certain content. So I was digesting that and letting that absorb and get through, right? I love Nathan. He's a great character to get into, and he's a great character to support. Jay did a great job in depicting the role. There were moments of sadness, moments of anger, moments of excitement, moments of hatred, and he played all of those emotions quite well. I liked following his character because he wasn't a typical character. Jay, you know, danced in bisexuality, and normally that's not something that you see at all, let alone seeing gay dudes, you know, depicted correctly. You never really see bisexual dudes. So this dude displayed bisexuality in the script. And it's not until like episode 7 or 5 up that you really get to see the hints of the bisexuality. But when it comes out, baby, it's there. And I'm like, oh, and it's so subtle. And that's what I love about it. It's not like, hey, I'm liking this chick the whole season and now I'm about to like this guy. It's like flirtation and eye looks and gestures. It was great. It was great for me. I love that part. And then my second favorite character is Gabriel, played by Emilian Vecnemans, or however you pronounce his name. Like these cast photos that I'm looking at here, they look atrocious. They really need to get rid of these cast photos because they didn't look like this on the show. But Emilian played Gabriel quite well. I thought Gabriel had some. He was a dynamic character and he had dimension to him, which was great. And you know, the rest of the cast, by far, the rest of the cast was really, really good. I like Annalise. I thought her character was complex, but I loathed Isabel, who played Jessica Burns. Oh my God, she was horrible to her brother. Horrible. And I was like, this is a villain. And to be honest, I really thought like, well, not to give it away, I really thought that she was gonna be like the ultimate bad, but she played the hell out of this role. I really hated her. I hated her when she came on the screens, all of that, right? And every episode I was championing them to get to where they needed to get to, you know? This show is a good show because it really showcases how divided particular groups of individuals or groups of people are in the world still today. Obviously, we have the regular division between, you know, white and black and race wars. And then we have the division between straight and gay. We have the division between, you know, light skin, dark skin. There's so many divided groups based off of prejudices and, you know, past history and all of that, right? Inherited into us and inherited in families and stuff like that. So this plays off of that with two clans, the Fairborns and the Blood Witches, right? And the dynamic and the complexities between the two, you really have to struggle, or there could be somewhat of a struggle with whose side are you really aligned with? Because both sides are doing wrong things to the other side. You know, the Fairborns make it seem like the Bloods are just so, you know, horrific and vile and violent. Then you meet up with the Bloods and you're like, the Fairborns are the ones who started it and are equally just as violent and crude. And so that's a great dynamic to be dancing around with, because you're like, well, whose side am I on? Who am I, do I like this side? Do I like this side? Oh, dang, did she really just do that to the twins? It gets really, really good. And the special effects are dope. There's some episodes where the special effects are like real corny and the action is like, yeah, that was cheesy. But like overall, I would give this show a solid 7 out of 10. I really would. I would give this show a solid 7 out of 10. What could have made this an 8? If there could have been a development of another catastrophe to take place. Maybe the introduction of a third clan or something like that. But I felt like from episode to episode to episode, they had the same like goal and they were never getting to it. And that was just annoying. It was like, all right, episode 1, we gotta do this. Episode 2, we gotta do this. Episode 3. And they're doing this and doing this and doing it well. And for a while it was like, okay, what is the point of all this? What is the point? I'm confused. Like, and then it kept feeling like they kept saying, oh, we only have 5 days left. But then like two episodes later, we still only got 5 days left. I'm like, I could have swore y'all only had an hour left to accomplish this. Why do the days seem to not be matching up? Netflix, for whatever reason though, has canceled the show. I wonder what their numbers were. I guess the show never really made it into the top 10, I think. Like, I never heard of reports or rumblings of it making it into the top 10. Maybe that's why they canceled it. But the show was really, really good. It's a solid 7. I mean, I could see them having a season 2 and needing a season 2, honestly. I could. And just again, the actors doing a great job and the special effects being dope. If there is a show that you would love to be entertained with, you like sci-fi fantasy, you like a little bit of action, you like complex storylines, you like great acting, definitely tune into Half Bad. It's a really, really good show. And I'm giving it a 7 because it's not it's not flawless. It has its little hiccups, but it's definitely watchable and you should definitely give it a watch. If you haven't already seen it, tune into that. All right, this is Wesley. Thank you for watching. Follow me on my Instagram and Twitter, AKNation TV, and Wes the Critic, and share this video. I would love for you to share this video and like this video and leave comments. Let me know what you thought about the series, or the season, I should say, because it's one and done, and what were your gripes and or likes about it. Yep. Deuces.